All right, shalom, shalom, set apart Gardens family. Shalom, shalom. What's going on, y'all? My live streaming little software, man. I'm trying to figure this stuff out. But anyways, we're just gonna do a regular old live, man. When you come in, just leave a comment in the chat. Hashtag Black to the Land. Hashtag self-sufficiency. All that type stuff or whatever you want to hashtag in the chat. Just drop something in the chat. I want to talk about Kyrie Irving, and what's going on and how it directly relates to us getting back to the land and getting our power back, and also what the Most High is doing in this season. So let's get into it. You know, the first thing, we all know what's going on. In the world right now. You got people waking up. You got Hebrews waking up every day. You know what I'm saying? You got Black people waking up to their heritage and who they are, and the lies that they've been fed. And it's happening every day. And what we see is celebrities and, so-called elites. They're even, slipping up and telling the truth about things. And it's so funny how Kyrie Irving, all he did was retweeted basically a tweet, with the link to the Hebrews to Negroes thing, and just how it's an uproar, right? And just how the agenda to push to, silence him and shut him up and all this type of stuff, and to, condemn him, and just the pressure that a lot of these celebrities and athletes and a lot of these elites are under, to basically bow down to, the Shalom fam, L&L Honeycomb Homestead, to bow down to the agenda. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the thing. The reason why they're getting whipped into submission and tar and feather is because we don't have power. We don't have power. We don't. They get paid by these institutions. Where is our institutions? Where is our power at? Where is our power at? So when we say something and we mean something, then we can stand on it if we know it to be true. Why do we have to worry about, oh, this bank isn't working, they're not associated with Kanye, or this Adidas dropped them and all this stuff? Why is all of our investments and money and power tied up into these institutions that people don't look like us? You see what I'm saying? Why is that? You know what I'm saying? This just lets us know just how much more self-sufficient we need to become, because if these institutions can basically whip us into submission and get us to do their will and their agenda, we can't speak on how we feel or what we truly believe, then what power do we really have? But I will say this though, and I wanted to speak to this specifically about the Kyrie Irving situation. The people are disrespectful and he is not going for it. So they think they want to keep running stuff. Exactly. And I'm going to say this, right? It's funny because I was talking to my wife yesterday. True covenant manhood is always a threat to those who love failure and lies. If we would just completely trust the Father, exactly, and the true source of our provision, providence, and righteousness. Exactly, Phil. Exactly. And it's crazy because I was just talking to my wife yesterday, and I was telling her, I was like, you see what's going on with the Kyrie Irving situation? Because she wasn't really familiar, so I just broke it down to her. And I said, what a lot of these, I'm gonna just refer to them as ish people. No hate intended. I'm gonna just say that, because I don't, want to be my, a channel and all that stuff. But anywho, those ish people, that nation of people, right? What they're trying to do in silencing, people like Kyrie Irving and Kanye West, what they're actually doing is bringing more attention to the very thing that they're trying to, get rid of. So the whole Hebrews to Negroes documentary, they're just bringing more attention to that. They're just bringing more Black people to the attention. Like, okay, why don't they want us to read it so bad or watch the movie so bad? Like, what's the push for us to not, watch it? And that's making people curious, because they know, okay, if they don't want us looking at something, we might need to look at this. And we might need to get this information. And what they're doing is they're waking up the people of God. That's what they're doing. They're waking up the chosen people. That's all they're doing. This is nothing more than prophecy coming to pass. This is nothing more than the dry bones being raised up. That's all it is. Because see, Yah, the Most High, is the ultimate chess player. He's the Almighty. He's the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. He knows all, and so we thinking it's supposed to look a certain way, the awakening and the Israelites coming to themselves. But this is the thing, the enemy is actually, unknowingly waking up Yah's chosen people. They will use that as a blanket statement, but will not put forth a counter argument with proof. Oh yeah, exactly. That's the perpetrate the lies. That's to perpetuate the lies. That's all that is. But what they're trying to do in silencing people is they're really getting more people to question. Wow, why are they trying to silence this person? Why are they trying to do this? Why are they trying to do that? And it's causing people to go and look these things up. They're scared of us because we are taking a stand on things, but all of us need to come together. Exactly. So when we see them socially castrating, economically castrating one of our own, we should not stand behind that. And we got, of course, you got the ones who shuck and jive, the tokens that shuck and jive, right? That's always going to speak against somebody that's speaking some truth. You see what I'm saying? It's always bound to happen, but at the grassroots level, with the everyday people, if you got the support of the everyday people, that's all you really need, because the everyday people, right, are the ones who are fueling and funneling the system. That's where, because this is the thing. The ish people, they benefit, like black dollars really fund their communities. It's the rappers who sign to these record labels where they getting pennies on the dollar. They not getting paid no real money, but these executives are making billions off of them, sending their children to private school, taking our dollars and putting it into their communities. That's what we see happening. Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Exactly. But the very thing, and this ain't gonna be a long lie, but I just wanted to say that. And it's funny, after I said that to my wife yesterday, not even an hour later, her sister was talking to her, and she said the same exact thing I said. She said, what they're trying to do in silencing people is they're making more people curious about the truth, and they're bringing more of a spotlight onto the movie, onto the books. That's what they're doing, to the point to where the book sold out, the movie sold out, the DVD sold out, because everybody is, and you got, man, I've read stuff, man. You got pastors, reading it and bringing it to their congregation, man. You got people waking up, man. You got people waking up, man, and that's the fear. Once we wake up, once we stop the manipulated mentality, the manipulated mind, once we stop operating in that manipulated mind, man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You see what I'm saying? But we have to, I keep saying it, we got to take our power back. We got to take our power back. We're the ones, man, when we realize the power is in our hands, then we would stop letting people try to economically castrate us and try to, silence us and try and appoint us handlers and all this type of stuff, man. Once we realize, we funnel the system. And once we realize, man, no, we're not finna let y'all sit up here and do this to one of ours. You see what I'm saying? But they trying to stop the awakening, but what they really doing is awakening more people in the process of trying to stop it. They're kicking against the pricks. That's really what's happening. And Kyrie just simply retweeted a link to a video, and they blew it up in the media. So in essence, they brought more attention to it. So while he was sharing it on his platform of 20-something million people on Twitter, they exposed it to tenfold of that. They exposed it to 200 million people. They put it on the news media. So that went across the whole world. That multiplied the the visibility of it. You know what I'm saying? But if we had our own self-sustaining communities and our own farms and our own processing plants and our own grocery stores and our own chains, food chains and all this stuff, if we had our own banks, that were large and everybody subscribed to, if we had our own law offices, law firms and all doctors' offices, if we had our own, we wouldn't have to worry about nobody trying to counsel us. We need brothers like you, sir, standing steadfast and leading so true. Our awareness of who we are is the cause of their fear and dread. Keep working, brother. Amen. Exactly. That's the thing. It's prophecy. Once Israel wake up, what's happening? That means, the nations. Oh man, nations will be judged. They already being judged. That's prophecy. That's Bible. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, what they trying to do with this Kyrie thing, it's having the opposite effect. And that's how wise our creator is. Because he already knew what they were going to try to do. And guess what? It's going to keep happening. You're going to have more black people waking up. You're going to have more black elites, looking into this stuff. You're going to have that. I'm telling you, watch what I tell you. It's about to start happening. It's about to start happening. But like I say, when we have our own, can't nobody cancel us. That's why you see they having a hard time trying to cancel Kanye or Ye, whatever he want to go by. That's why they having a hard time canceling him, trying to cancel him. Because Adidas, they saying, oh, we're gonna stop working with him, but his shoe is bringing in the most revenue. Y'all need him. Y'all gonna lose money without him. This is what happens. This is what happens when you strategically devise your plan. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure he thought this out. I'm pretty sure he did. Speaking of Kanye, he probably thought this out. He already knew, like, you can't cancel me. They could try. They pulling strings. They trying to close every door they can. But guess what? You got people saying, okay, they ain't. Hey, if they try to cancel Kanye, then whatever the case may be. But the thing is, the internet, this information age we live in, man, is really exposing a lot of truth. It's exposing a lot of truth. It does a lot of harm, but it does a lot of good as well. Exposing a lot of truth. And you got people who researching this stuff, and you got Hebrews who waking up every day and realizing, man, what the lies that they told me, we just fell out of the sky from Africa and landed in Africa and landed on boats, and we just fell out the sky and landed in slavery. But when you start to actually go back and you do the history and you do the research and you read the Bible, the word, we can prove it from the word alone, from prophecy. But when we got our own, we can't be canceled. And that's the word. That's the word right there. When we got our own, we can't be canceled. So, yep, that's all I want to say, y'all. That's all I want to say, Set Apart Gardens, fam. Just watch what's going on. Don't fall for the propaganda, but always, keep your eye on the Most High and what he's doing and be led by him in this time. Because there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. And, our people is waking up, and that's just the most blessed part about it. But the very thing that they're trying to stop is the very thing that they're promoting, and more people are opening their eyes. Before our collective disobedience, the Father established our nation and communities, helping our fellow sibling tribes in oneness. The Father word is life more abundantly. I thank you, brother. Shalom. Shalom, brother. Shalom, shalom. You know what I'm saying? But Israelites are waking up. True Israelites are waking up in these days that we're living in these times we're living in. So just keep your eyes on the Most High, keep following Messiah, and get back to the land, self-sufficiency, because they can't stop what they don't own. They can't cancel that when we got our own. So with that, I just want to say peace and blessings and shalom.